ahead and get started in a bit. I'll be bringing on John, the Samurai Lawyer, assistant producer on the Samurai Slaughterhouse. I was doing some random little things here and there. You ready to come on? Uh, oh, is that me or is that you? Crap. Echo. Oh, I had YouTube open. That was me. My bad. That happened in the last stream too. All right. So I just gotta get this set up real quick so that it actually shows you. Where is it? Oh my God, why is it doing this to me? Now it doesn't want to show you your dude, Streamlab OBS. Why are you not showing me what I want to see? Oh, here we go. All right. uh, all right, cool. So I got you up there. I got me. Let's see. Where's my NVIDIA broadcast? Okay, it's right here. Let me zoom out a little bit so I'm a little more centered. All right, cool. So, oh, since you're on top of me, I actually can zoom in a little more. All right, well, we'll turn off. All right, so welcome everyone. This is John, my good buddy. Met on Discord. He's a fan of Samurai Slaughterhouse, and we met in person at the LA Comic Con panel. So if you guys are there, you might remember this guy here. How you doing, John? Yeah, absolutely. So I think we're gonna get started with some sword stuff if that sounds good to you. Are you all ready for that? I got my sword right here. It's got stuff in my OV. Oh no, we could check in. So how was your week? How's your week been going? Nice. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, glad. Thanks for coming down, man. That was just like a blast. Like that was a lot of fun, wasn't it? Just like meeting everyone came out. Like Skiva was there, Thrill, like Bunny, and yeah, it was a great meetup. That was a good time. Like I got to meet Johnny. He was like been a friend of mine. We've been hanging out in VR for so long. I felt like I already knew him, but it was just cool meeting him in person. Like he gave him a hug, and yeah, it was a good time. Wait, are you forgetting someone? It sounds like everybody. Yeah, I think you got everybody. Right, yeah, yeah. 'Cause it was Skiva and Ali, then there's a Between Reality guys, and then it was me sitting next to them, and then Lucas was next to me, and then Johnny, then Adam Bamba. Yeah, yeah, that was everybody. That was a good time. Yeah. Oh, that's gonna be a lot of fun. And that is something that people can watch online, right? Like virtually, like they don't have to physically go there. They'll be able to watch that, tune in on that. Anyone really? Well, if you got a computer, because you don't even well, you either got a Quest or a computer. Because if you're on PC, you can even play VR chat without a headset. Which I've never done, but people do it. It's possible. Oh yeah, yeah. That's gonna sounds a lot of fun. Uh, yeah, that's gonna be good. So yeah, yeah, I've been having a good week. Little busy. I actually went to a Star Trek theme bar last night. It was pretty cool. Got all dressed up. You had some Romulan ale and some Andorian wine. So it was a great combination there. Yesterday, not so much for my stomach this morning. I was eating a lot today. It was at one point, but he made peace with the Romulans. So, but it had a lot of sugar in it, so I can tell you that. Yeah, it was the 10 forward bar, like in that was in the season premiere of that season two. And yeah, it was pretty cool. They had like the 10 in the front. It looked like the 10 forward bar. It wasn't the actual one that was in the show. I thought it might be because that was also in LA, but they did make it like really look like it. They had like all kinds of cool like crazy shaped colorful bottles at the bar, and it was pretty cool because when I walked in at first, I was like, this just looks like a regular bar because they had like pictures up of people having fun at like the bar or different bars and like music festival posters, everything. It looked like it would be in a bar. But once I started looking at stuff, I was like, wait, that beer ad is for like a Rise of Sunrise, and then I realized that like there was a band ad and it was for a Klingon band, like a Klingon punk band, and then all the little photos at the bar. If you look closely, it's aliens, like it's Romulans. And there's like I first got one because I saw like an Andorian, and, they're like blue, so it stood out. And then I started looking, I'm like, oh, like shoot, they're like Bajorans, there's like Romulans like drinking, and then like you realize like it looks like a regular bar on the surface. Once you start looking at the details, it's all like Star Trek, and like for like a brief moment, I felt like I was in Star Trek. It was cool. Yeah, yeah, it was pretty good. It was fun, but yeah. Besides that, I've been working on Samurai Slaughterhouse. Got the new gameplay flow up and going. Just got a new outdoor area, which you may have seen like pictures of. And got these like rickety little bridges that collapse when you like walk up to them, and still doing the timing on it because the idea was supposed to do it collapses as you're walking up to it, but the way it's timed right now, well, I just adjusted. I haven't tested it yet, but originally it started collapsing like as you're walking on it, which is like, oh no, but like it's actually not too bad. Like it is pretty dramatic when you're walking. Uh, uh, I know. I could even just put like the trigger time on a timer because like you walk into like a spot and after like I had like half a second, but that was like basically exactly how long it took for the player to step on the thing. So I kind of made the trigger bigger and lower the time. So we'll see how that is when we play at the end. Yeah, I'm down. Cool. Yeah, let me switch over to my webcam microphone. Hopefully it can hear me. I'll try to talk loud because I do not have a fancy wireless headset like you. Let's see. Is that big? Oh wait, you can still hear me right now? Oh, okay. All right, hold on. Let me just. 'Cause I can already- Oh, there you go. Sorry, just changing that. All right, let me just change my output so that it picks up, so I can hear you through my actual speakers. All right, talk again real quick. Uh, oh. I forgot I gotta change it in Discord, not in Okay, where are you, Discord? All right. Deafen. What is going to be speakers? Speakers. All right, there we go. I think I should be able to hear you now. Yeah, yeah. All right. like slide it like that so you can feel like when the sword passes, and then I was like, I feel like I'm gonna cut my hand open as I just said it a lot more. Yeah, that's what he was doing, was like Yado stuff. Think we're good to go. Can you hear me? All right, cool. And yeah, OBS says we're good too. So yeah, absolutely. So it has changed a lot. A lot changed on the gameplay. We were originally going to go with like kind of a traditional, like JRPG gameplay loop where you visit a town and there's like a ton of NPCs to talk to, and then there's like a kind of like a long stretch that you have to travel before you reach the next town, things like that. Um, But I kind of had a chat with the guy from Oculus, and he was like, people, the RPG stuff is cool. But people don't really care about that. They just want to slaughter samurai. And talking to people, they were like, it takes a really long time to walk around the map, and I kind of spent a lot of time like, looking for people to kill. So I was like, all right, let's change this up. So instead of it being kind of all stretched out like that, we're gonna have the same RPG elements, the same things, the shops, the NPCs, quests, but just in a more concentrated form. No water added. So now it's gonna be your goal is going to be to get to the top of this giant, mountain, which has like this castle built into it. So you're going to be going into the castle, and it kind of opens out into other areas, connects to other buildings, goes up the mountain. There's going to be caves with like crazy monsters in it, and now like the rooms are a lot more small, more condensed, so you're not spending a bunch of time like traveling. And because it's set up in this form, we're now able to add a lot, more crazy things. We don't have to be like, we want to add this cool thing like, well, we gotta, figure out where it goes in the village, and we gotta, put a story behind why it's there. Now we don't. Now it's just a Magic Castle mountain. If there's going to be a weird room with crazy like waterfall or something, we'll just put it in there. That's part of the Magic Mountain thing. The crazy man. Yeah, I think it'd be a lot more fun. Like it already opened up a lot for us. We had a lot more fun things. We added like the yokai vending machine where you kind of turn a thing, go ching, and like you get a little yokai ball, which is like a pokeball, and you throw it, and a yokai pops out, and he's friendly, helps you out. Um, so we could just add cool stuff like that without having to give it a bunch of context. And you don't have to talk to a bunch of NPCs, read a bunch of dialogue, or listen to a bunch of dialogue. You can just get right to the action. But there's still going to be NPCs that you meet along the way that help you like unlock doors, or they become your allies. Some will be like shops will sell you things or give you rewards for bringing them ingredients, things like that. So it'll still be all the fun, just like in a more concentrated form, so you can just get right to it when you hop in. So yeah, we got a new AI system programmed completely from scratch, which is why there was no updates for like 3 or 4 weeks. I was doing that, that's why I put out Vehicular Rampage at that time. Like, let me give the patron something fun to play with in the meanwhile. But yeah, it's completely overdone from scratch. It has a new no, there's some interesting things, but it has like a faction system, so the AI can be like on your side or against you, and they can also dislike each other in the wild. Because of that, we'll be able to have like conversion type things where an enemy is against you, but you can convert them onto your side. So I'm thinking of different ways to do that. Maybe like a hypnotizing potion, or you can even be like after you kill them, you can bring them back, and they're like zombies that fight for you, things like that. Um, but one of the really cool things about it is I overhauled the actual kind of like up close combat system. So It's a little nuanced thing before. On the old AI system that I had, like the attack time and the time that you could block was the same. So what that would mean is if you didn't block the enemy's sword like way out here, it was going to damage you. So I either had to put it where you couldn't block them right away, or they couldn't damage you right away. But now those systems are separate. So when the enemy's swinging at you, there's a point where you can block it, and then once he swings so far, that's where it's going to hit you. Which in VR is kind of important because you can't have like it's hard to capture those like those collisions, like those little small ones. So you gotta do little hacks like that to get it to work right. And the enemy AI too can also block, which is in its early infancy, but it works pretty well considering how new it is. Once we get it filled in with more animations, it's definitely going to work better because it is based on animations. But essentially, when the player goes into attack, depending on which angle they're coming in from, we have different animations that can randomly trigger that try to block those strikes. So that's what kind of makes it a little more fun too. And I think AI is just more aware, like they're better able to track where the player's at. We had issues before where they were running in circles around the player because they knew the player was there and was their target, but they just couldn't locate him. I don't know what was going on there, but with this new one that I built from scratch because I had complete control over it, it works great. Like the player runs away, they go to the last place they saw the player, and then if they don't, the player's not there, then they start looking around. And if you throw a weapon and you miss the enemy, but it goes past their field of sight, they'll be like, "What the hell was that?" And they'll start looking around. So you can even use that to get them to go to a certain place if you're trying to like stealth kill them. Because added some nice new things too. Like if you do like stealth hits, it does double damage. Holding the sword, weapons with two hands is double damage. But yeah, it's the whole new combat system, whole new feel. Because it is a little new. Some of the animations a little janky. We got some like foot sliding things like that, but that'll all be cleaned up. Overall, though, it's really fun, just like to fight the enemies now. Like I think. Nice. Thanks. Yeah, yeah, I think so. I think people like it. It's pretty enjoyable. I think it's enjoyable too by people that know about swords that use it, and also people that are just beginners. It still has that at that entry level. Like you don't necessarily have to know what you're doing, but you can kind of learn a little bit. Like the proper way to draw. I need to put some more signs. Everyone gets getting confused on that. They're trying to pull it out like it's a pirate sword or a machete. It's like no, it's a samurai sword. You gotta you gotta hold it like this. You gotta pull it upside down. But that's one of the things people are having a hard time with. I actually had to remove because yeah, the people were having a hard time with that. But yeah. And how do you put them back? That would be the harder part. Because I got a little like straight sword machete on my back, and I could pull it out. But I mean, even then, when you pull it out, like the whole like, and it's not even a real sheath. This was like a little like like nylon like cloth like type sheath, and it's like coming up like trying to come up with like with the sword. Like, oh man, that's some Clive Barker shit. He just like pierces himself. Oh man, that's good. But yeah, I say let's let me yeah, let me start getting my Quest booted up and hopefully it works. Do you remember when you first? Because when we were talking, I think what it may be, because I didn't have any problems, but when I first got it, I registered using my Facebook account instead of like creating an account and then connecting to Facebook. So I heard that the people that are having trouble are the people that didn't initially register with Facebook and then are now and then added to Facebook like afterwards. So I don't know if that is actually it or that's just like something we made up based on a very small data set, but it seems to be the difference so far from the like 8 people I talked to. Alright, you know what? I am going to switch my microphone to virtual desktop audio. Moment. Yeah, I can hear you. One second. Can you hear me? Oh, okay, cool. All right, that was easier switching back than I thought. Let's see. I just gotta. Our streamers can't hear us. All right. Looks like we're back on. I think our everyone can hear us. Hopefully. Oh, yeah. Let me. Let's see. There we go. All right. So, how did you enjoy the new build? Oh, one sec. I think we're not getting your audio. Sorry about that. One sec. Uh, keep it Discord. Yeah, thanks for coming on. It was definitely great having you, man. Yeah. Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry. I had some problem with my microphone and stuff. But yeah. Yeah, but yeah, dude, thanks for coming on and playing. I definitely had a lot of fun. Thanks for showing me some moves on the sword. And yeah, definitely glad you enjoyed the build. I definitely had fun playing it and it's kind of nice just to play it, not be like testing it though. Thanks so much, man. And yeah, it looks like you could dive in and came out. But yeah, thanks for having me, man. And thanks for everyone that came on. Let's see. We got a bunch of people in here. I said I was going to give away stream keys, so I'll go ahead and just message everyone that's on here and with the stream keys that you're winning. Science. Yeah, man, have a good one, see you around, man. Have a good week, everyone.